All right, welcome back to another Simply Epic, and today I've got the machine out here. I've got the speed rake in front of the machine here, got my tow truck, and we are going to be tackling some driveways. So I'm going to tackle the middle of this. This is not technically their driveway, but it's just kind of a private road that I'm going to tackle and see if we can get rid of this center bump up and the median and kind of spread some gravel back out. And then this is probably the most important section. It goes up to a real beautiful house, and it's just gotten overgrown. So this is where this the speed rake really comes into play. Is he's already come out here and killed some of the grass that, you know, along the edge and so forth, that we're wanting to widen the driveway and kind of bring the gravel back to the surface. But you can see, especially when you get over here, there's quite a bit of overgrown coming in, and this is what you want to try to get rid of. So what's great about this process is 99% of the time I don't have to bring in additional material. I can take this area right here and just bring it back to life and get rid of all the growth and the grass and the weeds and things like that, and just give them a really nice surface. Then when we're going to get out here on the main road, you've got, you know, again, pretty bad overgrowth, and then this section right here is just taken over. So we'll try to bring that all back. And like I said, I'm going to hit the middle berm here and just try to get that a little bit more flat. But this is not technically his road, so I've got to kind of be careful about this. But so we're just going to do a short section just to kind of show what this machine is capable of doing.
Hank's gonna be the supervisor. Tell me if I'm doing it right or not.
Sure is nice in here. I got AC going. And first pass, I'm just going to go right down the middle, and instead of pulling the material back, I'm going to actually scoot it forward because I've got this gravel on this side. Kind of want to keep the asphalt millings and the gravel separate. I don't want to go too deep. I just kind of want to do a first little skim coat just to get the material moving. If you start bogging down, just raise it up a little bit, not a big deal. But we'll just make this first run, see what happens. Asphalt millings is a little bit harder to do than just straight gravel. But I can see grass coming up. I don't know how well you guys can see that. It's probably just not the best view for you. So I'll probably reposition the camera here in a second. Just gonna make one little run all the way down. Just kind of get this leveled out. Get the veg kind of cleared away as much as possible. Get it kind of ready. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. And I'm just going to turn this around just to show you what that first run did. So I'm going to move this camera. Just kind of broke it up a little bit, didn't get too crazy. And we're going to continue to do this probably 2 or 3 more times, and then I'll kind of do the backwards, pulling the material with me. Right now, I'm just breaking this stuff up. I'm just trying to get kind of a loose top piece, kind of define where I'm going. And obviously I'm a little bit off level and all that good stuff, so it's just kind of seeing how do I get this material up and out of its compaction, and then really in this case getting the vegetation a little bit broken up. That's exactly what we're doing. Okay, so you can see I've just made a couple of passes. Literally, that's just been 2 passes so far. And I'm already taking down the center where the grass is. And then on this side, you can already see I'm bringing up a lot of that aggregate really well, and a lot of the veg is going away. So after you come in here, you know, anytime I do this, you're still going to have to come in here and probably burn the leftover grass and weeds and things like that to really get it. And of course it needs a good rain to get it, you know, to kind of get down in there and get solid. But you can already see the difference it's making with the grass. And this was just 2 passes so far, so we're getting there. A big issue is the dust is so bad, and we just don't have a very good breeze today, so it's kind of hanging around the drum, especially when I go on this other side, and I can't, it gets to the point where it blinds me and I can't see what I'm doing. I can't see my implement out front. So sometimes I just have to stop and let like right now, I'm just going to stop, let that dust get out of the way. You see it's not going, it's not traveling really quickly. Just so I can see where I'm at on this curve. I don't have that hydraulic control set up yet for my left and right angle, so the machine just kind of wants to go where it is, but I've actually found that to be somewhat of an advantage because it kind of shows me where the machine, where the drum is getting caught up on things, and that shows me that it's a high point, you know, on whichever side, and so I can kind of adjust my elevation and get that just right. So it's actually, it's kind of one of those things where unless I'm just pushing material, I need to push a material to one side or the other. I'm not sure that hydraulic tilt or angle is probably a better way to say that is necessarily, you know, something that is required. I've just kind of got a feel for it now, and when I see a machine angling one side or the other because it doesn't have anything holding it in place, it actually kind of helps me a little bit. Now we're back to the road. Like I said, I don't want to get a lot of this aggregate, this asphalt millings into the road because, you know, he paid for it on his drive. He just paid for the gravel here on the road. So I'm just gonna kind of stop. Typically I would keep going, but I don't want to spread a lot of that asphalt milling into the road. So I'm just gonna stop and just kind of start again on this side where the gravel is. You can see where I've kind of already got some asphalt out into the road, and that's going to be an inevitable situation. But you know, once we smooth it out, it'll come back down and look really nice. So hopefully you can see this. You know, I pushed a lot of that material. Obviously, when you make a corner, it kind of pushes the material to the left of your screen, down where this right side you start getting a little bit of a divot. And so I'm kind of pushing material down, which is a good thing, and smoothing out this corner. Now, I'm trying not to go into the other road because I think this may be a county maintained road. So I don't want to get in trouble by doing too much stuff, but this is a good way to kind of level out your road, especially on corners. So I'll push this material and it'll start filling in the right side and pulling it off that high side, which is the left side. So I'm going to go down this side and just kind of fill that in a little bit. I won't do too much work on this road, like I said, because I think this is a county maintained road. So I don't want to get them in trouble by doing something, but I think we'll be okay. Again, I've only made like 2 or 3 passes. You can already see the difference. And not only the grass, but just the smoothness of the roadway. Okay, so here's a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. When the machine actually turns by itself, it shows me that I've got a higher side on one side or the other, and so it's actually kind of a good thing. We'll keep going here and see how it's tilting. So it shows me I've got more material on the right side than I do the left side, and you can definitely see that in what's churning up. And what's cool is when the machine kind of straightens itself out, it means you've got a level surface of material underneath. I'm still churning up a lot more on the right side than I am the left. because typically when they pull in here, they're pulling in this way, and so they're driving, and it's pushing that material to the outside edge. So this is exactly what the speed rake does really well, is kind of redistributes the material. There we go, see how it tilted again? It helps me as an operator kind of see where my high points are, and I'll come back in here and go the other way, and it'll kind of bring that material back into this left side. It's doing exactly what I need it to do right now. There we go, see it straighten itself out? Look at that. Now I got a little high side, now straighten back out again. I don't know, I kind of like it without the hydraulic. I mean, I've never had the hydraulic working, so I don't know really, to tell you the truth. But I don't know, I kind of like this. Okay, so right here I've been really careful because it's right where the gravel comes in, so I'm going to turn you off and work on this a little bit. Okay, so I switched over to my iPhone because my GoPro died. So here's the after. Like I said, all this vegetation, when you see these kind of clumpy things, it's exactly what this is it did its job. It ripped out the vegetation. And so now if you come back through here with a rake, look at that. See, it just pulls out. Like all these weeds just pulls out. So I can make me a little pile of, look at that. All this stuff is now just loose. So all the stuff he's been fighting is loose. Look at that. It's just one big clump of grass. So it rips the roots right out. And now his driveway is significantly wider. It's more level. Now it's loose. It's still, still a loose top layer. But again, once it rains and once you get cars and things like that on this, it'll come out. But any of these big clumpy things that you see, you can see that's kind of a clump. That's really all that is vegetation that's been ripped up, and it's intermingled with the actual aggregate itself. So look at that, it just comes straight out. See, you pick it up and it just comes straight out. There's another one over here. All this is it's just exactly the desired goal of getting vegetation out of here and then leaving this substrate that actually works back down and gets compacted again. So you come through here, just pick all this stuff out, burn it, whatever you want to do, and you've got a really nice, look at that. Shake it out, get all that stuff out. Same thing here, shake it out. That's all weeds, grass, Bermuda. So here's a kind of a clumpy looking thing. Well, this is all loose. It's all just ripped up vegetation. That's all this is. Throw it in the trash can, burn it, do whatever you want. Get on down the road and you don't have these problems anymore. Look how big that clump is. So, works really well. I'll try to show some before and after while I'm talking here. Pretty cool stuff. Just needs a little bit of raking, but it does the job. Now over here was the worst part, and you can still see some roots are still there. I would have had to have gone down really deep. So that section right there, see that little section? It still has some roots in it. Come in here, hit it with some Roundup, burn it, whatever, and it won't come back. And you've got, I don't have to go down crazy deep because we can just come back and after treat this and it'll be fine. And he's got a significantly better driveway now and didn't have to spend $1 on additional material. Now out here I didn't get as aggressive. I need to rake this in a little bit because this is where I turned. So on this main road, like I said before, I didn't get as aggressive as I could. I just kind of knocked the peaks down, came in through here, knocked this middle median. So you can kind of see right here's where I did the work, way down there by my tow truck. You can see what it used to look like. Didn't get aggressive with this because this is not really their road or my, a private road. I think it's a public road. So I just kind of wanted to clean it up a little bit in front of their house, but nothing crazy. But it looks a ton better. Check old Hank out. He's just chilling. Chilling in the shade. He's got a pretty good life. He's such a good dog. He just hangs out and watches me. Doesn't run off. I never have to worry about him. Just hanging out on a Saturday. Good weather. Pretty nice. Hanky! Yeah, hey buddy, you can hear better now. That's good. Okay, so you can kind of see what I did out here on the road. Again, didn't get too aggressive because I don't really know who owns this road. So just leveled it out basically, and then you can see what it kind of started off as. And I didn't have my rake with me, so the clients are actually going to pick up all the clumps. But if you just pick up all the clumps of the grass, then it looked a lot prettier. And of course have a rain, and it's going to rain in, and it'll be a lot smoother. Even me driving on it right now, you can tell it's a lot smoother than it was. Now we'll go this way so you can kind of get a good shot of the road, and then I'm just going to take you. Now it's wide enough that a truck my size can get through it without actually getting on the road, or excuse me, on the grass. So big trucks can pull in here now, and see my back tire's not on the grass whatsoever. It's actually on the aggregate, and so is my front tires. And so I'll go through here just to kind of give it a little bit more compaction as I'm leaving. But it's now wide enough that if you had a trailer or something like that, or a big truck like mine, you're good to go. And this looks a lot better. I was able to kind of keep the aggregate, the asphalt where they belong, you know, where it belongs, and then keep it off the road. So another job down, and Hank and I are headed to the gas station, fill up with some diesel, and head home and get some dinner. So God bless, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps. If you got any questions about the Harley Rake Speed Rake, give me a call, or excuse me, just leave a message. Or if I'm not an idiot, how about just comment on the video? Sorry guys, it's been a long week. God bless you guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. See ya.